everybody, welcome to the Game Flames here on the Fanily channel. Today we are going to demo Channel 1, the news that can't lose. And we'll get you a link in the description below. This is by Pops and Bijou Games.
Channel 1 is what they call a semi-cooperative game. We're all trying to win individually, but there is a fail condition if we all don't work together. We will be taking the roles of reporters, reporting on stories, and the stories are going to provide ratings to the network. If the ratings ever fall to absolute zero, then we all lose as the channel shuts down.
We are actually going to get rid of 2 of these news sources because we're only a 2-player game.
Since it's just the 2 of us for this particular one, we're going to have 4 open news categories, and we're each going to choose 1 of the 6 reporters. I will say I'm very fond of the reporters here because they all have delightfully punny names that correspond to what their specialty is. Would you like to be Mixtape? I veto it?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I veto it. I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I veto it.
I veto it.
Trey DeMarc, Willow Beta Laws, Liv Laflove, or Ben Schwarmer.
Wow.
I love these so much. You have no idea.
The only one that I even fathomed was Liv Laflove, so I guess I'm going to have to go with that one.
I've been watching a lot of legal education, so I'm going to go with Willow Baylaws.
And so are the rest of these reporters out for the game? They don't matter?
Yep, these are basically character cards. Even though we have the nice artwork here, we should actually flip them over because each one has a special ability that can be used once per game. So we have all of these open news leads. What categories do we want our channel to be reporting on? Entertainment, politics, business, crime, fluff, or sports?
I think sports is an easy one to get rid of. Because we are not sports ball people.
We are not sports ball people.
And then I would say either crime or politics, but you picked the crime person, so I don't know if that influences what we can choose.
I mean, fluff pays the bills. Entertainment and fluff are kind of hand in hand. So.
Excuse me? No. Entertainment is like the arts. Oh, we have this exhibit. There's this play going in through town. Fluff pieces is like Superman rescued a kitten from a tree today. That's not entertainment.
Okay, how about we get rid of business then?
Okay, so big change here. We decided the table we were using was way too small, so we got out the big board here.
Because we had to pack things up in a hurry, things have changed a little bit, but that's okay. The core principles of the game are still the same.
Okay, so I have reporter Liv Laugh Love. You have Willow Bay Laws.
Mm-hmm. Each reporter, as we stated earlier, does have a special ability. Mine has to be played only during phase 1. Yours can be played at any time. We're going to start this off by grabbing cards from the location row, the source row, or the inside scoop. Inside scoop is usually used for getting additional points, but we got to make sure that we're going to have, as a collective group, the appropriate locations and sources for these stories, because if we leave stories unreported on, the network is going to start losing points, and if it ever drops to 0, we are channel done. We are fired. So the person who most recently watched the news is the one that goes first.
That's got to be you.
That's probably me.
Interrupted our date for the news yesterday.
So here's what we got. I'm going to start by looking. We need, for these leads, stadium, local business, stage, and also local business. So I'm going to start by grabbing this local business card, and we're going to keep drafting cards until each of us has a hand of 7.
Stadium's an easy grab.
And that means I want to grab the stage.
I see something here that needs social media, so I'm going to get that and hopefully get spaced out well here.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that we can at least report on each of these, so I'm going to grab local business. The sources will all score points on their corresponding leads, but if you don't see ones that directly correspond, you can grab any of these to potentially add or subtract points once the lead has been closed.
Okay, well, let's try the political source here.
Okay. I'll grab stock market.
Let me get the crime source.
I'm going to use my reporter power, play during phase 1, to discard and replace all of the face-up cards in the source row, because these sources are not doing it for me. Okay, ugh, too many political sources. Guess that means I'm going to get my celebrity.
Well, it seems that these sports people make better interviewees, so let's give it a try. Okay.
Store owner looks like I'll be able to score some points with him.
How many do we need?
7 total.
You know what?
I'm going to take a risk and make my last card an inside scoop.
I'm going to take this child because I see the child is listed down here on the fluff piece. So let's see what we can do with that.
So that is phase 1. Each of us has a hand of 7 cards. Now, as the person who most recently watched the news, I will go first. I'm going to start by putting the local business on this lead, which means it is now open for sources. And since I provided the location, I am now a contributor to this story and will score points based on this lead at the end of the round.
I've got the stadium. I want to get rid of that as soon as I can, so we'll do that.
I am going to place my lead here, stock market.
I have the store owner, so he can come talk here too, and I will now get my name in there.
Okay, so now we are both going to score on that particular one. I will put a location on this one, the stage.
Perfect. I've got the social media for that one. We're almost out of tokens already.
That's actually deliberate. We can only report on 3 stories as individuals.
Okay.
So you got to be strategic about these things. Thankfully, I'll take care of you and make sure that we at least get this one partially reported on. So if I were to add a source to this, I'm already stretched too thin over here. It would still count for points, but I wouldn't get any credit for them.
Okay, well, I do not have a normal source, but I can add a sports source, which is in here. No?
That's locked right now.
Oh.
If you want on that one, you're going to have to close the story.
Dang.
It's okay. We're learning.
Okay, well then I guess my second best move is to add the child over here.
I, however, can play one over here because the main thing I want is to make sure that this story gets closed.
Well then, in light of yours, I will add a crime source investigator to your story, even though I get no credit for my efforts.
Welcome to the club. I do believe we are at the phase where I'm going to close this lead. Now that I've flipped this over, none of the primary source ones, anything from entertainment, can be played anymore. But you can play either sports or fluff sources to augment it for +1 points, or that'd be crime, politics, and I believe business would end up subtracting a point.
I've got a sports, so we'll put that there for +1.
Okay, I will put a business for -1.
Why?
But why not?
So rude. Okay, fine. You know what? No, I'm not a terrible person like you, so I'm just we're gonna close this story.
Okay. I don't have any cards I want to play anymore, so I'm going to close this story.
And my last card is going to go over here for a +1.
Which means I'm going to close this story. Anything else you want to do, my darling?
I am out of things I can do, I think.
Okay, well, neither of us passed this turn, and this card I want to play is going to do me no good, so I'm not going to bother. So when each of us passes in a row or doesn't have anything we can actually do, it goes to the end of the round. So we're going to score these individually now. We'll start over here on business. We did have a location. And the stock market was worth +1. The business source, store owner, was worth 2. Total of 3. And the political source makes it a total of 4. Since we're both on that, we both go to 4.
Our little dog story here, the venue is worth nothing?
Nope. The venue only opens it up to be reported on.
Social media is worth 2. The child is worth 1, so that's 3.
Total of 7.
And for our crime story here, we have the venue and the investigator, which is worth 1 point. Just you are on that one. And then in our music story here, we have the stadium, so yes. The celebrity, that's worth 2. The sports source, that's worth 1. And then meanness gave us a -1, so we're at 2 points. Or I'm at 2 points for that one.
Okay.
Because somebody wants to sabotage my career. So now, round 2, we're going to do the same thing, but with new stories. These stories are at the stadium, local business park, local business.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Do you continue to be the first drafter, or does it switch back and forth between rounds?
Actually, because I have the fewest points, I will be going first this next round. So something that's really important here is that we do take the cards that we just discarded that were locations and sources on our leads, and we're going to shuffle them all together to help create our next draft table. And again, I imagine this gets a little crazier when you've got 4 or 5 players and you're constantly drafting different cards and everyone's struggling to make sure they get in before the lead closes. I believe I will start with the park location.
Then I will snatch up the stadium if I can reach it.
Might be able to make some use of the stadium card. Let's see how... Oh, that's not helpful.
I'm gonna grab this consumer here.
Okay, let's see if I can call your bluff, though.
We'll just grab the stage and hope for the best.
Grab the interview with the producer.
At least the celebrity will get us to close the story, even if we don't get points for it.
Whew. Well, let's again activate my ability. Okay. I have 5 cards now.
I am now also at 5.
I don't like it, but again, have to take that risk or we're not going to be able to close some of these stories. We
are not getting what we need. You know what? I'm going to grab a courthouse. I'm doing you a solid.
Just
There's
making
a
sure we have the
local
right...
business. We needed 2 of those. Let's do a store owner.
Okay. This got interesting. I will put the stadium here.
You would do that. Alright, well, good, because I got the celebrity anyway, so story 1.
You may have the celebrity, I've got the producer.
Oh, good for you, PFD. Yeah, you took the one location that I could do. So I cannot put down any of the character cards, or the source cards, unless the location's down?
Until it's been closed.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
So wait, I'm sorry, you passed, so that has to go there.
Am I still on pause, or am I...
No. You only get 1 pass.
You have cruelly chosen another one where I cannot put anything down.
Are you sure don't want to close
Well,
the
okay,
story?
yeah, if that's an action that I can take,
Yep.
yeah, then I will do that and close here.
Okay, I will play social media as a primary source here.
Well, I guess I'll close this story too, even though I'm not connected to it. You didn't put your token on this one.
Oh, thank you. My bad. I guess I'll put entertainment here to,
Wow, we're just making sure I can't get anything down.
Unfortunately, all I've got left in my hand is locations.
So does that mean you have to pause and I get to put stuff down?
I'm going to pass, but if you're ever forced to pass and you don't have your pause token anymore, then you are done for the round.
Okay, well, you have -2 points on this one.
Ow.
Okay, we'll start over here, left or right.
It does go back to me, but I am going to say that I am done.
Well, yes, you only have locations. We knew this. And you're a cruel person who wouldn't put down another location for me. Okay, so stadium, we have that. I put down the celebrity for 0 points. You put down the producer for 2 points. I believe that both gets us 2 points.
1, 2.
Might as well just toss this worthless lead over there too, since you decided to be a monster. Okay, and we have the park. We have social media for 1 point. We have the newspaper source, the entertainment for 1 point. There's 2 points total. -1, you get no further points.
Oh, that's really bad.
And here's our second unused open lead of the farting yoga instructor.
Okay, so here is what happens. Last round, this wasn't an issue because we reported and closed all of our stories. Now, not only did we miss 2 leads, but we also had a story that ended up with 0, or for the rules, less than 0 points, which means we lose another one. So look what you've done, you monster.
Hey, maybe played at any time. Add 1 discarded rating token back to the rating ticker. Now, learn not to F with me. Decide that you want to sleep in the house, not on the couch by the dumpster.
But dear, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for all of our viewers who need to learn the ins and outs of this magnificent game.
Doesn't need to learn how to be an evil, hateful, heinous man.
That's news!
Wow.
Okay, since I am still behind in points, I'll go first. Grab that juicy local business.
Going for the stage.
Courthouse.
Going for the other stage, because I can't trust you anymore.
Mm-hmm. Producer.
Consumer.
We're getting all the sources that aren't any good for us. Okay.
Well, I will take what I can get. These are all terrible.
Mm-hmm. The news doesn't always go the way you want it to.
Well, we will take a sports ball thing then.
Can try my luck with an inside scoop.
I will take this celebrity.
And I'll grab coach.
I'm a little concerned that this is a game that is for a minimum of 2 players, but with the amount of cards you need for stories, it's not really effective with 2 players.
So we would have an entire extra lead out here, but we would have another person with a hand of 7 cards.
You know what? We'll just take that.
This is just trying to get the flavor of the game. Okay, since I'm still behind, we'll start at the courthouse.
I will start here. We'll put celebrity here.
We're getting sidetracked.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to close this lead to make sure we don't go out of business.
We'll put that sports ball right there.
Oh, I see how it is.
You better see how it is. You want to start things, I'll finish it.
Okay.
Stage.
Social media.
I'm gonna close here.
So I can't close this one because it doesn't have a primary source. So I gotta look at the ones I'm invested in. Well, this isn't good at all.
Can you do that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's not primary anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna add the...
Can't.
Why?
Because that's primary. I'm sorry. It's not closed.
Yeah, it's not closed. You know what? I'm a good person. You are not.
Well, regardless, I'm going to close this.
If that's how you want it to be. You gave me a -2. So that's a 0 story. So that we also lost a star.
Hang on. We haven't gotten to scoring yet.
We are. Oh, wait. You're right. We have to close this thing.
Well, you have to.
I have to close this.
Okay, this is for all the marbles. How do we come out on this?
Stage, celebrity 1 point, 1 point, -2 points. So 0 here. Kick the star off like you like it. Monster. Okay, there's our courthouse. We have an investigator, 0 points, and a sports bar and an entertainment that is both -2. So -2 points on that story.
So 1, 2.
Walk your butt backwards.
And because that finished where it was, that's another star off.
Then we have stage for our location. We have the social media post worth 0. We have the entertainment producer that's +1 and the coach that is +1. So this is a +2 story. Because I'm not a monster, we have a location and a consumer that's worth +1 just for you. Go burn with our ratings. So clearly I win. The network does not, though.
The network definitely does not. So you are now the top anchor of a 1-star rated network.
I'll take it. I'll be the queen of the trash pile.
Because we're monsters.
Thanks to you. You are the monster.
Wait. Why am I the monster?
Round 2.
You're still the one in the anchor desk.
I don't love you anymore. Anyways, this has been Channel 1, the news that can't lose, and we barely scrape by here. I don't know how we're still in the air with this.
The game for monsters!
Yeah, if you want to be more irritated than playing Monopoly with somebody, this is the
I'm
game.
having so much fun.
Because you enjoy being mean.
No, more than anything else, I really enjoy all of the pun names. These are amazing. All the stories are really cute. The sources are standard, but at least entertaining. I love the artwork. It's a very distinct Art Deco style.
It does have a very 60s feel to it that's kind of very nice and nostalgic. But we will have a link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. All that good stuff really helps us out. And remember,
the Fanily that plays together stays together. Thanks, everyone. Oh, love you.
Lies. If you had fun watching today's video, don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more, and let us know in the comments what other videos you might want to see in the future. Also, don't forget to check out our other channel, The Fangirl, where we talk about all kinds of movies, TV shows, and even books and comics. But viewer discretion is advised. See you next time, Fanily members!